floating this thing down the river is going to be pretty awesome.
People are really excited about it, and they're proud of this job.
I came specifically to Flatiron to work this job.
The kids are really excited, and I think the teachers are just as excited as the kids.
I've been with Flatiron since 1995, so I've had the opportunity to work with Flatiron all the way across North America. This is just another stepping stone in my career as far as innovation on new types of bridges. A little history on this bridge: it is the largest open span tide arch bridge in North America. It's being built, the arch is being built in place here on site, which will be lifted up by a big jacking system and floated a mile down the river and jacked into place onto our substructure. That is currently being finished right now. The job has been very complex. It's got the unique side of it of being a marine job, land job. It's got trestle. It's got big bridges or big cranes. So it's got a little mixture of everything.
It's huge. You know, we really had a tough time getting started here with permitting, design issues. They're too innumerable to even mention. But when we finally got some things ironed out and we built these barge slips out here, that was the first thing that we did on the project. And then constructed the deep water trestle down there. Things started to flow, and it is a huge milestone to finally see, you know, the fruition of all that effort that we've put in over you know, basically 3 years. You know, it's culminating now, and yeah, it's a huge milestone.
I am the construction engineer for the arch segment of the bridge, so I was responsible with coordinating with all our stakeholders, our subconsultants, design engineers, other construction engineers to help build the bridge, figure out how to get it floated down the river and set into place. So we've got a couple barges that came up from New Orleans. They'll be put on. The Momet system was a system of hydraulic jacks that'll float on the bridge on the barges. It'll hydraulically lift the bridge off the false work here in the yard. Then we'll use tugboats to move it about a mile down the river, rotate it, tie it off to the piers, and then hydraulically jack it another 70 feet in the air, slide it into place, and lower it down on the bridge bearings. There's been a lot of challenges. We've had to, you know, work through tough schedules, you know, some accelerations. We get, you know, if we miss something, get a little bit behind, we've got to try to play catch up. But building the bridge in the yard's actually been a little simpler because you're working at a lower elevation, so it's a lot safer, easier access. You're not trying to work in the river, you know, avoiding barges and other things, and commercial traffic coming up and down the river. So it's been a little bit good in that regard of being able to build it off-site, so you have full control over the operations.
I think it's good for both states. I mean, if you look at the bridges that are here now, they're in pretty bad shape, and there's a pretty good distance between here and the next bridge downriver. So I'm pretty sure it'll get used quite a bit.
Well, this is a very monumental job for the Ohio Valley here, and you know, I've been an iron worker for 17 years now, and there's been talk of this bridge being built since I've got in. And to be a big raising gang foreman on this job is a pretty big part of my career, because there's for years to come, my kids and grandkids and stuff are going to see this bridge for hopefully years to come. And I don't know, I think it's pretty good. Well, I feel like, you know, one thing is you're building a bridge, but to be building a bridge off-site and floating it down to its final destination, I think is something that hasn't been done in this side of the United States. So, like, you know, it's just unheard of, and I think it's got a lot of people in awe to really see this thing in action and see how everything comes together. You know what I mean?
I'd say it's a pretty big project for a first job to be on. It's hard to tell at this point how it's going to affect me later on down the road, but it's pretty cool to be a part of it now.
Have you had fun working on this project?
I have, yeah. I think I lucked out. I got put with a pretty good group of people here, so it's all been good. I want to say just about everybody here. Everyone's been very quick to show me the ropes, I guess you could say, and just they accepted me right off the bat. So
to me, this is a huge project just in the country. As a union iron worker, this is an amazing project to be part of. Something to be proud of. Something you can stand back and look at in 30, 40, 50 years, and proud to be part of. Actually, from the first piece set, all the blood, sweat that went into this, and then watching this thing float down the river, and the time that all the men and women on this job have put into this, and the pride that's gone into this job.
So the community's been tremendously supportive. Sometimes in construction we're needed but not always welcome, but the complete opposite has been the case here. We're needed and very welcome. The support from whether it's the local sheriffs, the local merchants, all those kinds of things, just generally the local community have been very, very supportive of the project. And this area is great. It's kind of a forgotten part of America, but it couldn't be more friendly. Everybody's been great.
This is the first job that I've been on as a project manager. I came up here from Greenville, South Carolina to help out get this arch floated down the river. It's been a great opportunity for me to be part of this operation and see the magnitude and the size of everything going on. We've got a great team here, and just trying to build good relationships across the board. I've actually worked with a number of the guys here on other projects. Flatiron's a very tight-knit community, so I've had the opportunity to work with a lot of these guys on projects in Canada and in South Carolina. And so, I had that as a ace in the hole there. And, just working for Flatiron, you have to build those relationships, because when you do jump into that next position, you really have to lean on those guys to execute. And so it really hasn't been that much of a challenge to build those relationships here. And just happy to be part of it.
All the kids are really excited, and I think the teachers are just as excited as the kids. We've been watching it every step of the way as they cleared the spots and built the ramp and everything to attach to it. So to finally see the ending is really exciting.